Day. Want to say thanks and howdy to Lifetime Nut Covers. Appreciate you guys. Check them out over at booth 14252. Renegade Products. Thanks, guys, for being a big part of the show today. Amcan. And that live stream that we did on their truck, we'll be loading that up tonight. For some reason, it didn't go out, but we'll get that loaded up for you tonight. MJ Transportation, Sales and Services out of California. Great service, and great guy John Murray. Thanks for being on board. Also want to say thanks to NTA, North American Transportation Association. And that's Wayne Schooling, who's a regular contributor to 10-4 magazine, and he's the guy behind NTA. You guys be tuning in after this stream is over. We'll pretty much be flipping the switch and going into the nighttime light mode. So hang with us. We'll do a walk around on this truck. We got my buddy Jacob Gunderson back with us again to do the mobile camera. And yes, it's cold. I got my jacket on. I got pants on, no shorts. I mean, it's like, what the heck happened here, man?
I don't know. The sun was up and went down, and all of a sudden it's back to jackets again. It's Louisville.
Yeah, it is.
My wife was picking on me. You know that when we got ready? She goes, "Why do you need 2 duffel bags of clothes?" I said, "Well, I got to have my winter clothes and I got to have my beach clothes." Because I said, you never know the weather at Louisville.
Hey, yesterday it was shorts and a T-shirt until it wasn't. And, man, that happened quick. It just got cold, and it was like, oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so today we got the winter coat going on. So, Adam Johnson.
Yes, sir.
We had one of your trucks on the cover of 10-4 magazine. When was it? What month? What year?
That would have been, May of 21, I believe?
Was it 21? So we're 24, 23, 22.
22.
Yeah, 22 I think, because we missed 21 with COVID, didn't we?
Yes, I think you're right. Yes, 22.
Yeah.
Yep, it was that. Yeah, yep.
So, Kenworth 680, right?
Yes, that was 20. That was a 2020 T680 Kenworth, owner-operator for our trucking side on K&D Transport. Tom Feedy owns that.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Good guy, Tom, good guy.
Oh, phenomenal. I think we're going to see big things out of that truck maybe next year. There's some ideas about bringing it back up. He hit her hard the first year. It showed it up, you know.
They're stepping away from me. I don't know what the deal. I got bad breath or what.
No,
there you go.
Bring her in.
All right.
No, yeah. I said I think we're gonna do some changing up on it, bring it back, and see what we can do next year with it. But to me, it's just not a whole lot. Just a little touch up. He's been running it hard. He's averaging I don't know 100,000 miles a year with it.
Well, he's working it.
He's working it. It's earning its keep. So I think he's paying it off this year, actually.
Oh, congratulations to him on that. Then.
Yeah, that'll be pretty big for him.
Well, let's talk about what's going on here. This is one of the 3 big rig build-off trucks for 2024. Again, there was supposed to be 4. One of them didn't make it. They had some technical difficulties with paint, I believe was the deal, and it just didn't work out right. So you're here, Davis Brothers are here, and Dustin Dickerson over here in front of us, which once we're done here, we're gonna shut down, and then we're gonna open the light show right here with all 3 big rig build-off trucks with the lights on and everything going for the nighttime deal. But tell us about your build and how it came about.
Well, it's a 1980 K100 cab over, and basically we got invited to do the big rig build off, and so like I said, this is kind of a version that we came up with. This I bought as a project for myself. So my grandfather's last semi and my dad's first semi they bought together was this exact model. It was an 80. Theirs was a 77. So I said, well, I'm gonna have this. I'll build it someday. Well, then the big rig build-off came off, and we're kind of known for the flat glass Kenworths, and we did Tom's to kind of throw it off a little bit. Every once in a while, we'll throw a wrench at you. Like we did a Pete last year, you know, and people were like, you guys are Kenworth guys, you know. So I said, let's do a cab over. Yeah. Shouldn't be that hard, right?
We love cab overs. Cab overs have become sexy all of a sudden. Well, in the last, 10 years, it seems.
Yeah, you know, and I thought, all of us are sitting there, and we've never built a cab over. We thought, you know what, it's a box. It can't be that hard, right? Well, let me tell you what. We were wrong. It was probably one of the hardest trucks we had to build in the timeline that we had to build it in. Yeah. And these old cab overs, they're not square. They're not straight. They're twisted from being jacked up, crooked, and cylinders being broke over the years. And so basically this is a barn find that we pulled out of the barn. Had no motor, no transmission in it. It had the old suspension on the back. We cut it in two, put a Freightliner cut off on the back end. So we meshed a 1/4-inch frame and a 5/16 frame together, and we did a 3-inch top lip to a 3.5-inch top lip. So we had to cut top lips off too to make it match. We had about 2 months of just solid work to make this truck presentable, to even have it as a canvas, to customize it. So really, we only have about 6 weeks to actually make it cool. All the rest of it was just to make it functionable.
Let's go follow Jacob around here, and that way we can get a little narrative on what he's looking at and showing everybody.
So yeah, Jake there, he's checking it out. All the panels, everything was built in-house on this truck, right from the motor. We stripped the motor right down to the crank, rebuilt the transmission. All the metal work, all the fab work, and all the panels are all 100% in-house. So it's just, we really tried to go with that resto mod, hot rod kind of vibe, and a timeless look. So basically, if you put this thing away for 30 years and pulled it back out, would it be as cool as it is now today, or would it be cooler? You know, that's kind of the
probably cooler.
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of the look we were going for. And you know, if it goes to work and it gets rock chip up, it's still going to be cool. It's old. It's allowed to have rock chips, or you know what I mean, and show its war wounds. You know, right here in the headache rack, Bruner hooked us up with the headache rack. We actually hid all the batteries, our air valving for the air ride on the front, power steering reservoir, our motor for lifting and lower the cab. That's all in the center of the headache rack, hidden. And the outside doors are all still usable for chain hangers, because this is going to be a fully functionable truck when it's done.
And where's it going to be running at?
Up in Wisconsin. Okay. You know, we it doesn't matter if it's winter, summer, whenever it is, we run them. We don't build them to sit there and look at them.
They got to pay their way, right?
Exactly. So we wanted to give it that hot rod and give it the low and slam look, but yet it still needed to be capable of making a dollar.
Well, somebody's going to be a proud driver of this thing, and I think they're going to be digging it.
It is. I think we're going to run it. We'll probably list it for sale, and if it doesn't sell, we'll use it as a spare truck until it sells, or if we keep it, we'll just run it as a spare truck, because most of the drivers they'll want to drive it for a week, but then they'll want to get back in their conventional life.
Yeah, I mean, as sexy as the cab over is in name and all that, if you've not ever driven one, you'll know why when you do.
Exactly. So looking at the interior there, we did a full custom front dash in that, so it looks like a factory dash, but it's all been cut down and straightened. It's not curved out. We tried to flow it, make it flow better.
And there's a view window into the engine right here. Isn't that what I saw earlier?
Yes, yeah. Lee Franny, I don't know if you know him, does the knobs. He does all the glitter knobs for us, and he does custom leather work, and he's phenomenal. So I came up with the idea, and I said, I want to put windows in the doghouse. And he goes, what are you talking about? I said, I want to put windows in the doghouse. He goes, well, how are we going to do the sizes? I said, I'll cut them out. You just make that size. Yeah. So I cut them out, shipped them to him, and made the windows, and I thought it was pretty neat.
You know, there's, and we're not going to see it now, but maybe tomorrow we'll come back and the cab's tilted, but the engine on this thing is immaculate. I mean, it's gorgeous. There's nothing about this truck that's not just done like a cab over that's in the big rig build off should be done. So congratulations.
Well, I really appreciate that. I really do. I mean, we tried to have everything touched. You know, anything from underneath the cab panels, behind the headlights, even this little panel under the front wheel here, we made this to kind of match. I had a guy come over here the other day and ask what year Freightliner it was.
Uh-oh.
And I said, what year Freightliner? I said, I don't know what year Freightliner it is, but it's the best looking one you'll ever see. It threw him off with the panel because it kind of resembled that Freightliner vibe. So,
well, I don't see anything Freightliner on it. I'm sorry, but it's not there.
Rear suspension, we'll give him that.
Yeah, you can barely see it though. So, well, Jake's taking us around a little bit. You got Dave McKinney. Hey guys, McKinney clan over here, walking by. We'll see what happens. You guys got judged today, and tomorrow, Saturday will be the big day, the announcement of who, what. You know, I mean, we're all hoping the best for everybody, but bragging rights is the winner. So that's what it's all about, right?
It is. You know, we're all friends here before this. We'll all be friends after this. And to me, I look at it as everyone's a winner here. I mean, you got 3 different trucks that are completely different. I don't envy the judges having to make that decision. I mean, because they spent at least an hour and a half, 2 hours with each truck, and they dug. I mean, they dug into you as a builder, trying to figure out, what were you going for? What were you thinking? Which direction did you want to go? They wanted to understand everything And that was really cool. I mean, if you didn't know your truck, they were going to know it. So I said, to me, it's an honor just to be here. It's an honor to be part of that big rig build off, coming back, being the first part of it. It's a win for us in that. So it was a win for us just to be here. We were still painting on Monday. So everyone was like, you got to be here Sunday. And I said, I'm planning on being there Sunday. So Monday rolled around and I said, well, maybe we'll be there Tuesday. And we left 10 o'clock Tuesday night. Drove straight through here. JC called me and he says, we got to be parked by noon. I said, okay. And I rolled in at 10 o'clock. We unloaded it, threw the stacks on it, and drove it here.
He doesn't mess around with that noon check-in either. We know that from experience too. But best of luck to you. We'll see what happens on Saturday. The judges, I like you said, I wouldn't want to be any of them, but you couldn't ask for a better group of judges. These are guys that know what they're doing.
100%. Those guys are top notch. Those are idols. I grew up watching them guys build.
Oh, y'all been dated.
Yeah, and I'm turning 40 this year, so it's like I'm starting to feel a little older.
Yeah, Jeff, you feeling a little old now when he sees this, or how about Rod? Come on, man. All right.
I appreciate it. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, Adam. Good to see you.
Thanks, guys.
Jacob's going to take us out here. You guys can see behind us over here, we got the lights starting to take off. Trucks are getting fired up. Lights are getting lit. Show is changing its vibe. We are going into night mode. So, guys, stick around. We're going to take a break for a little bit, let it get a little darker. We will start up right here where I'm standing at right now. And you'll get to see these three build-off trucks all lit up in all their beauty. They're looking good. All right, thanks again, sponsors, all the guys down here at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you check them out for us and share the stream. Let people know that you're watching the light show from Mid-America Truck Show at the Paul K. Young Truck Beauty Championship tonight here on 10-4 Magazine, Studio 10-4 Live. All right, y'all. See you in a bit.